Yo, what's going on? DJ BLKLUOS, music producer, DJ, representing Scotia, Canada. I've been making music pretty much my whole life. Growing up, I moved around a lot. I lived in England, I lived in Toronto, I lived in West Coast of Canada, I lived in Vancouver, I lived in small towns. So probably what makes my production style unique is just incorporating all those influences and just my approach to sound selection and production in general, you know what I'm saying?
Tabz SOS, safe for safety, stack for stars, sink or swim, all of that, that's what the SOS is. Been doing this for a while now, man, since I was like a teenager, 15, 16, something like that, but I really started taking it serious 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. 20 times. Yeah, something like that, man. I'm from Birmingham, UK, Angela to be exact. I think that's kind of what made me have the sound that I do, you know what I mean? Things that I went through, life experiences, shaped my music in a certain way. I got things to speak about because of how I grew up. I mean, it's the same in a lot of places around the world, so some people relate, some people don't, but I try to tell my story in my music, you know? I guess it's what makes me unique, it's what makes me stand out my own way. I like to talk about it from my perspective. Sometimes I tell other people's stories, speak about the wins, the losses, the good, the bad, everything in between. That's really what my music's about, you know what I mean? It's like, shit, it's music for the underdogs, you get me? For the people who are trying to do better, they're coming from bad places, worse circumstances, and they don't want to be stuck where they are, you know what I'm saying? That's what my music's about.
We knew we wanted to put together like an EP. We didn't know what it was going to be called. We didn't know the direction. We didn't know anything really about what it would be. We just know we wanted to put together an EP. So one of the tracks that we had that we knew we wanted to be on the EP was called Sleep When I'm Dead. And just because of what I had going on in my life at the time and the type of grind that I'm on, it made sense to call our first project that, Sleep When I'm Dead. And so because we had such a good response from that, we talked about creating more music. So in the title track, Sleep When I'm Dead, Tabz has a lyric where he says, money's the root of all evil, no rest for the wicked. And that just hit me. Like, I was like, oh, that should be the second title, or that should be the title for our second project, No Rest for the Wicked. So as we were like starting to record songs for No Rest for the Wicked, I went on vacation to the West Coast and I was just thinking, I was listening to a lot of old mixtapes and shit, and I was like, yo, we should do a mixtape in between our next project. So that's how Stay Dangerous, the mixtape, came about. It was basically gonna be the lead up to No Rest for the Wicked. And so with the Sleep When I'm Dead, like just theme and kind of like lifestyle, it's funny because I'm a Taurus, and as me and Tabz got to know each other more, I found out that he was a Taurus. And it's funny because Tabz is the second day that Taurus starts, and I'm the last day that Taurus ends. So we have a lot of similarities, but there's also like a lot of differences about us. So the Sleep When I'm Dead was just something that we both kind of adopted. Like, we're both grinders, we're both go-getters. So it just made sense, and then it just became, it really accidentally became the foundation, but was so fitting.
It was about our mindset, it was about what we was doing at the time, you know, it was 5 hours distance between us, like time zones and shit, right? So making things happen was a bit difficult, but I might ring him 4 in the morning for me. He's 5 hours behind, I know I'm gonna get through, he's on his grind still, he's making shit happen. And likewise, he's gonna ring me and it's whatever o'clock for him. And I'm active with making it happen, you know what I'm saying? So our mindset, once we decided to like bring this all together and make something out of it, was Sleep When I'm Dead. But it was kind of just pulled together out of music me and him had created over the first 2-3 years we had known each other. The mindset was just, yo, we're in grind mode right now, let's make something happen. And I don't know what I wanted, you know, bro. It's one of them questions, isn't it? I wanted to put my music out there. I was happy with the body of work to say, especially that it was kind of random or it was slapped together. We just picked the best of what we had worked on over a couple years. It wasn't really crafted top to bottom, in my opinion anyway. I had 6, 7, maybe 8 tracks with BLKLUOS, and then I thought, fuck it, this is what sounded best and the most cohesive. So I just wanted to get the ball rolling, you know what I mean? We've been working on shit independently and together for so long. It was just time to get things in motion, so.
Once I had the idea to do a mixtape called Stay Dangerous, I knew right off the bat that I wanted to include like some of Tabz' homies and artists that he works with. And me and Tabz would talk on the phone all the time, like, yo, how are we gonna do this? So I just thought to myself, I said, fuck it, I'll just fly to UK, go to Birmingham, connect with my guy Tabz, connect with his peoples, maybe we could shoot some videos, just do whatever, just like go out there and grind. So a lot of it got recorded in Toronto. I recorded some of my parts in Toronto. I flew out to UK, recorded a bunch with Tabz. We went to the studio with our guy Dutch. We were like in the middle of nowhere. It was like, it was a vibe. We shot some videos. We did a couple podcasts, or we did a podcast interview. And yeah, and then the rest of the work I did like back in Toronto. When I got back, I pieced it together and put it together and did any re-recording that I needed to do. So yeah, that's how that came about. And it was really just like a promo mixtape to build up the hype for No Rest for the Wicked.
Yeah, so the new joints, No Rest for the Wicked, this is really what we've been building towards. Like, in my head, it's almost like this is the first project. We know it's not, because it was Sleep When I'm Dead, then Stay Dangerous in 2024, and then No Rest for the Wicked. So initially we was looking to drop it at the end of 2024, but a couple situations we thought, it's gotta be perfect. It's, you know, I think we recorded a whole bunch of tracks for this. When he was over here in the UK last year, 2024, we just recorded a bunch, tried to put it together. We wanted the actual story behind this, not just songs thrown together the way Sleep When I'm Dead was. No Rest for the Wicked is continuing on from the theme of Sleep When I'm Dead, but it shows more in the music. It shows a lot more in the music. It's more on topic. There's a variety of tones, should I say, and topics in what I'm rapping about, you get me? There's a lot of things going on in it. Yeah, we ended up picking, I think 6 out of the 14 tracks I recorded, 12 maybe, something like that, bro. I was in the studio a lot at the time, banged out a whole bunch of songs. So we got a whole bunch more, but the 6 that you're gonna hear, they're, you know what I'm saying, like it's integral that this was the body of work and this is how it turned out. This shit's crazy. It's one of my best music I've made. I think BLKLUOS feels the same. You know what I mean? Like, top to bottom, the way I'm rapping, cold. The changing the flows, same thing. Like the hooks, the stories I'm telling, everything, it just came together perfectly, you understand? So, yeah, man, obviously we got a few features on there, but it's just my guys, really. I had a few other features on some of the other songs that didn't make it, but in the end I thought, let's just keep it with the team in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not do too much more. There's space for them collabs later down the line, and let's get this project out fully crafted top to bottom. Me and BLKLUOS, just me and my peoples first and foremost, you get me? So yeah, man, the 6 tracks. We got No Rest, which is obviously the title track. Only the Fittest. I think that's BLKLUOS' favourite joint on there, man. That track's cold, it's crazy. Dirty World. Yeah, man, there's a mixture of Hunger Pains. Going mad right now, I should know the other ones. When It Rains. You hear it even in the track titles though, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything about it is a bit, I don't know if I would say dark. Maybe, yeah, maybe, man. It's a serious tone, like we speaking some real shit on there. Like, we've done it kind of like an old school like album as well, man. There's things happening in between the songs that's bringing it all together. It's like the glue, you understand? So when you listen to it, you gotta sit down and take your time with it, man. Put out 20-30 minutes, however long the overall project is, and just, you get me, consume it correctly. You know what I mean? There's no skippables on there. It's not, oh, I'm gonna play track 5, I'm gonna play track 2. And you put it on start to finish. So you're doing after that, you get me? Go tell a friend, go tell your mum, go tell your dad. It is what it is, but to start with, you gotta play it the whole way through, in your car, in the gym, whatever, bro. Just make it happen. When you listen to it start to finish, and you're gonna understand, like, this is everything we've been working on for the past couple of years, you get me? Like, our state of minds, what we pushing towards, all of that. So yeah, it's kind of dark, definitely serious. It's like it's adult, you know what I mean? Like we're talking some shit on there. Yeah, man, that's really it.
So for No Rest for the Wicked, I had one, now that we've had this momentum, me and Tabz, I really had it in my mind to be like, let's really craft the sound. Let's tap into the sound that we know that's working for us and what is like the best fit for us, right? Because Tabz is a very, very intricate lyricist. So I don't want the beats to overpower Tabz, but I don't want the beats to be weak, or not weak, but just like minimal, if that makes any sense. I don't want that approach for him on this, right? I found that a best sound that works for us is like that perfect balance of like a really crazy beat, but enough room for Tabz to be heard, right? Okay, so how did I approach it? First of all, I wanted it to be dark. I wanted it to almost sound like a movie. I wanted it to sound like not necessarily horror music, but like horror scores and just thriller scores. I wanted it to sound like that, okay? I wanted it to be different. I wanted it to be different because the best thing about this is that we're from two different countries. So we're blending sounds, we're fusing two sounds together. So I wanted it to be dark, but different. I didn't want to just jump on the UK wave and go drill. I didn't want to jump on the Griselda wave potentially and just go boom bap or whatever. I wanted it to sound different, and I wanted it to be different for a reason. So yeah, I have a huge catalog of beats. Like everybody who knows me and works with me knows my catalog is deep, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really want to, I didn't want to just, yo Tabz, go through my catalog. No, I didn't want any of that. I'm like, I'm gonna craft each beat for this guy. And like, basically I just sent him a bunch of beats over a certain amount of time, and he just ran through it and picked joints. Pretty much most of the joints that I sent for him, he picked. So that was a good feeling too, because I was like, okay, he gets the sound, and I'm like, this is gonna work. Now, one of the best things about No Rest for the Wicked, and this is not even on some production, is like how strong the choruses are on this project. And that's something that was like super important to me, is that we had songs that had really big choruses and had a really good structure to it. But, you know, back to the production, yeah, I made every beat exclusively for this project. I had ideas, I had samples that I wanted to use. I had, me and Tabz both have Jamaican backgrounds, so I wanted to incorporate a little bit of that. I wanted to incorporate East Coast hip hop. I wanted to incorporate UK hip hop. I wanted to incorporate just like reality rap, to be honest, like reality rap that is relatable.
Yeah, for the remainder of the year, it's non-stop. We're doing a lot, bro. It ain't stopping anytime soon. Like, we're not dropping a project and going missing. And we're not dropping a project and not promoting it either. You're gonna see this at least for the next 6 months, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot to be done here, so you're gonna be giving them non-stop visuals, whether that's shorts or long form, a whole bunch of the behind the scenes shit. You know what I mean? There might be some live shows going on. Get me keep it small and just personal for the people who really need to see that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? There'll be a lot going on, man. Just across the board, even separate to this project, I've got a lot more to release this year. Some things I put on the back burner, I didn't end up releasing it last year. So there's a lot of my own stuff coming out, completely different sounds of how No Rest for the Wicked is, but more important right now is No Rest for the Wicked, you know what I'm saying? That's everything right now. But it's gonna be non-stop for the rest of the year for certain, you know what I mean? There's a lot to reach, man, so if you're listening, just stay locked in, you get me? Stay locked in, man, there's a lot more to come.